Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of class 7. Welcome to video class on mathematics. My name is Setu. I am the senior teacher of mathematics, Milestone School and College, Sector 4 branch. Today our OCW number 7 and we are going to learn chapter 3 measurement. Already we have solved different types of maths from this chapter, and today I am going to solve some more maths from this chapter measurement. So let's start our today's class. Exercise 3. Today we are going to solve two questions from this chapter. For solving these two questions, we need the formulae for area of rectangle. As you can see a figure on the below side, that is the figure of rectangle. So from this figure we can find rectangle, area of rectangle region, that is length multiplied by breadth. And please look at the figure. This is the breadth, this side, and this side is the length. So we can write from this figure in short, length multiplied by breadth, that is L multiplied by B. So let's start a math from exercise 3, that is number 23. Let's read. The length and breadth of a rectangular garden is 60 meters and 40 meters respectively. There is a 2-meter wide walkway around inside of the garden. Determine the area of the walkway. Just compare this information with this figure below the question, that length 60 meter, breadth 40 meter, breadth 40 meter. That is because there is a rectangular shape, and we know in a rectangle both the length are same and both the breadth are same. That's why we draw a rectangular garden shape. And there is a 2-meter wide walkway around inside of the garden. As you can see, inside of the garden, 2-meter wide walkway, and beside this walkway there is a garden also. So let's do the solution. Given length equals to 60 meter and breadth equals to 40 meter from the question. So by this information we can find the area of the garden. So the area of the garden is length multiplied by breadth, because this garden is a rectangular shaped garden. So from the figure we can see length is 60 meter and breadth is 40 meter. So if we multiply these two, 60 multiplied by 40, we get 2400 square meter. That is the square meter is the unit of the area. Okay, now we got the area of the whole garden. But now we have to find out the length without this 2-meter walkway and breadth without this 2-meter walkway. Again, length of the garden without road, that means we have to subtract from 60 meter 2-meter walkway and multiplied by 2. Why? Because in the rectangular shape garden there is a 2 side of length. As you can see in the figure in the left side, there is a 2 side of length. That's why we have to multiply 2 meter with 2, because 2 meter with 2, that is 2 sides of length. So 60 minus 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4, that is 56 meter. Now breadth of the garden without road, that is we have to subtract from 40 meter. The same way, because breadth, there is a 2-meter walkway and 2 sides of breadth. That's why 40 minus 2-meter walkway multiplied by 2 sides of breadth. That's why we multiplied with 2. So 40 minus 4, that is 36 meter. Now we have to find out the area of the garden without road, because already we get length of the garden without road, that is new length is 56 meter, and breadth of the garden without road, that is new breadth is 36 meter. So the area of the garden without road, that is length multiplied by breadth. New length is 56 meter and new breadth is 36 meter. As we can see, that is if we multiply 56 multiplied by 36, we get 2016 square meter. So my dear students, on the left side you can see area of the total garden 2400 square meter, and on the right side you can see area of the garden without road. So generally you can now understand that if we subtract from the total area of the garden minus area of the garden without road, we can find the area of the road as the question we have to determine. So area of the road, that is total area of the garden, that is 2400 minus area of the garden without road, that is 2016. So 384 square meter. So this is our desired answer. 384 square meter is the area of the road. So my dear students, let's solve another maths, that is creative question number 25. So 25 number question, the length and breadth of a rectangular garden is 50 meter and 30 meter respectively. There is a 3 meter wide walkway around inside of the garden. This stems information you can compare with the figure in the right side, that the length and breadth of a rectangular garden, right side there is a rectangular shape garden which length is 50 meter and breadth is 30 meter, and inside of the garden in the figure you can see there is a 3 meter wide walkway around inside of the garden, that means around the garden. So we have to solve the question like draw a proportional figure diagram in light of the above information. That means proportional diagram, there is a, and number B, determine the area of the walkway. And number C, how much cost there be to make a fence at the perimeter of the garden excluding the walkway at the rate of the taka 25 per meter. So let's start the solution. The proportional diagram in light of the above information is given below. What is proportional diagram means? Proportional diagram means there is no exact measurement. You can draw the picture. There is no need of exact measurement. So as you can see in the right side, I draw a figure in light of the above information, that is proportional diagram. In this figure there is no need to put the exact measurement. Just this is a rectangular shaped garden and the length is 50 meter and the breadth is 30 meter and there is a 3 meter wide walkway inside of the garden. We have to draw the figure proportionally. So the next question, determine the area of the walkway. Already we solved this same type of question in question number 3. We found the area of the walkway, and in this question we solve again in the same way. So given length equals to 50 meter and breadth equals to 30 meter. Okay, so at first we have to find out the area of the garden. Area of the rectangle garden is, already we have learned the area of the rectangular garden is length multiplied by breadth square unit. So from the figure we can see the length is 50 meter and breadth is 30 meter. So if we multiply these two, we get the area of the rectangular garden, that is 1500 square meter. So now we have to find out the length of the garden excluding walkway and the breadth of the garden excluding walkway. So again, length of the garden excluding walkway, that is we have to subtract from 50 3 meter, but in here you can see 3 multiplied by 2 because 3 meter wide walkway around inside of the garden and 2 sides of length. As you can see 50 meter, 2 sides of length, that's why we multiply with 3 by 2. So 50 minus 6, that is 44 meter, which is the length of the garden excluding walkway. So now we have to find out the breadth of the garden without walkway. Already you have learned that 30 minus 3, which is the 3 meter, which is the walkway, and multiplied by 2 because there are 2 sides of breadth, that's why we will multiply by 2. So 30 minus 6 got 24 meter. So we have got length of the garden without walkway and breadth of the garden without walkway. Now we have to determine the area of the garden without walkway. That means area of the garden without walkway is 44 multiplied by 24. 44 is the new length of the garden without walkway, and 24 is the new breadth of the garden without walkway. That is excluding and without. You can write any one because the meaning of excluding and without is the same. So if we multiply 44 multiplied by 24, we get 1056 square meter. Therefore, area of the road, already we got area of the total garden and area of the garden without walkway. So if we subtract area of the total garden, which is 1500, minus area of the garden without walkway 1056, then we find the area of the road, that is 444 square meter. So this is the answer of question number B, 444 square meter. Now question number C, that is length of the garden without walkway is 44 meter and breadth of the garden excluding walkway that is 24 meter. And why we need this? Because the C number question is how much cost will there be to make fence at the perimeter of the garden excluding the walkway at the rate of taka 25 per meter. In here we need the length excluding walkway and breadth excluding walkway. That's why the length of the garden without walkway is 44 meter and breadth of the garden excluding walkway is 24 meter. And the formula of the perimeter of a rectangular shaped garden is 2 multiplied by length plus breadth, because in this question how much cost will there be to make fence at the perimeter of the garden. That's why now we have to find out the perimeter of the garden. So the perimeter of the garden, the formula is 2 multiplied by length plus breadth, and already we know the length is 44 meter and the breadth is 24 meter. So if we 2 multiplied by, if we plus 44 plus 24, that is 68, that is 136 meter. 2 multiplied by 68, that is 136 meter is the perimeter of the garden. And 1 meter cost taka 25, because in the question as you can see at the rate of 25 taka 25 per meter, at the rate of taka 25 per meter means 1 meter, at the rate of taka 25 per meter, that means per meter means 1 meter. So from the question 1 meter of fence costs taka 25. So 136 is the perimeter, 136 meter of fence costs taka 25 multiplied by 136 meter. Normally you can see 1 meter, if 1 meter costs 25 taka, 136 meter must be more. That's why we will do multiply 25 multiplied by 136, and if we multiply, the answer will be 3400 taka. So answer is 3400 taka. So for making fence at the perimeter of the garden excluding walkway, the cost is 3400 taka. So this is the end of the question number. So my dear students, today we have learned question number 23 and 25, that is one normal questions and the other one is a creative question. So today's OSW number is 7 and you have to do from chapter 3 example number 4 and 6. Please do this on your SW copy. So for now, I am Setu. I am going to say goodbye to you, and we will meet again with some new maths, and for then stay home, stay safe, be careful from coronavirus.